يوميا.
Hey guys.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
How are you guys doing?
Good, alhamdulillah.
أهلا وسهلا. I'm alright. How are you guys doing?
We're good, alhamdulillah.
الحمد لله رب العالمين. Okay guys, we're gonna finish up our lesson that we started yesterday. It's very important. يلا بسم الله
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين. We start with a quick review of what we did yesterday. Okay. I'll ask you quick questions, guys. Answer quickly. Why is Hajj important? Raise up your hand if you want to answer, please. Haneen.
No.
Because it's the fifth pillar of Islam.
Because the fifth pillar of Islam, order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, order of His Prophet.
Yes.
We only do it once in our lifetime, at least once in our lifetime. Who could tell us something about the Kaaba? Why is the Kaaba so special? Abdullah. Abdullah.
Because of the black stone.
One of the reasons the Kaaba is so special because of the black stone that is in it. Yes, mashallah. What else, guys? What else? Why is the Kaaba so special?
Because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam has been there.
Because our beloved Prophet ﷺ has been there and taught us the importance of worshiping Allah by making tawaf around the Kaaba and having respect for the Kaaba, as it was the first house ever built for the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, guys. Question. When we are ready to make Umrah or Hajj, what is the first thing we must do?
Enter the state of Ihram.
Exactly. Enter the state of Ihram. And we do this by?
Putting on the Ihram and saying,
Allahumma. The most important thing is?
Your niyyah.
The niyyah, the intention. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّةِ. All
Allahumma
actions are according to intentions. So by making that intention that I am in a Ihram state, I am in a sacred state, and I put on the special clothing, the clothing of Ihram. You know, there's the two pieces. Anyone knows the two pieces?
I think
there's the izar, which is the bottom piece, right? This is for men, of course, and there's the rida, which is the top piece. And that is all they could wear while they are in the state of Ihram. And of course, no cutting the hair, no wearing new hats, no cutting no nails. You're in a sacred state now. Where do we do all of this? Question. We did that yesterday. Where do we do all of this?
Mecca, we do the niyyah in
Miqat, at the Miqat, at the station, right? We called it a station yesterday. So we said that wherever you're coming from, if you come and you stop at this station, and then you make your intention there, and you take a shower, you wear the clothes, the special clothing, right? The Ihram clothing. And then after you make your 2 rakat and you're ready, then you go towards Mecca. Okay, now, in general, our intentions are where? For all worships. Where's your intention? For all your worships, where's your intention? In your heart. But for Hajj, it's in the heart and where? And
pronounces.
And you pronounce
their intention to perform Hajj or Umrah.
صحيح. So you make it clear that you say لبيك اللهم عمرة إلى الحج تمتع إلى الحج, or you say لبيك اللهم حج, just حج, or kiran, which is without a break. With, so it's 3 types you could make intention: the tamattu, or ifrad, just hajj by itself, or kiran. We spoke about those 3 yesterday. And then you start with the talbiyah, right? لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد لك والملك لا شريك لك.
لبيك
Go ahead, Abdullah.
لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك الحمد والنعمة لك لا شريك لك.
جزاكم الله خير. So we made our intention. We made it clear. لبيك اللهم لبيك حجا وعمرة, or لبيك حجا, or any of the above of the 3 different types. And now we headed to Mecca. We made our 2 rakat at the miqat, and we headed to Mecca. What is the first thing that we do at Mecca?
We go for tawaf.
Yes, we go and we make tawaf. Where do we start our tawaf?
Where the black stone
the black
is.
stone,
Yes. MashaAllah, I have Abdullah and Haneen. They are answering all of the questions. Where is the restaurants? Where are you guys? I want to hear your voices. Salina, Hania, Tala, Abdurrahman. You guys just remind me of the attendance, but everybody's here because I just said all of your names. Salina and Haneen and Hania and Tala and Abdullah and Abdurrahman, or all of you are here. And of course, your sister Ala was in the earlier class. So she's here. So we start where the black stone is, and we walk completely around the Kaaba, and we reach where the black stone is again. When we reach where the black stone is again, it counts as 1, right? When it counts as 1, what do we do? What do we do when we reach the black stone again? Yes.
You try kissing it.
Both of you are right. Both of you are right.
We tried touching
is
it.
right, and Abdullah is right. Both of you are right. How is that? How is both of you right?
Because nowadays that it's so crowded. Allah Akbar. So when it's so crowded, it's hard to reach it without causing any issues. In the state of Ihram,
So
you could break your state of Ihram.
if you could kiss it, you say you kiss it. And if you can't, you just point in it and say Allahu Akbar, and that would count as 1, and you go around. Of course, there is some ad'iyah stuff that you say while you're going around, but we're talking about a summarized fashion of Hajj, because if we take everything, we're never gonna, it's not gonna have enough time. But for example, when you reach before the black stone, that last wall before the black stone, the Muslims say ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار, for example. But we're given like a summarized version of the Umrah and Hajj. Okay, so we finished our tawaf. We did 7, guys, right? And we prayed in Maqam Ibrahim, or the closest we can get to Maqam Ibrahim, the 2 rakat. Don't forget, guys, you're supposed to be in wudu when you make tawaf, right? Because a tawaf is a worship comparable to salah, except that you could talk important things, right? While in salah you cannot speak, for example. But it is like a type of salah, so you should be on wudu, right? Now, okay, you made tawaf, you did the rakatain by Maqam Ibrahim. Where do we go after that?
You go to Safa and Marwa.
Yes, you go to Safa and Marwa. What is Safa and Marwa? Yes, 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 Haneen.
It is. There are two mountains that Hajar alayhi salam and Ismail alayhi salam that Hajar alayhi salam climbed 7 times. Both of them.
There's the two hills that Hajar, when she panicked, she was running between. So we make sa'i there. And we spoke yesterday, guys. We said that how do you count your sa'i? How do you count it?
So
I know.
we start
Guys,
from
when
Safa.
one person starts to speak, it's his turn or her turn.
It's my turn. I started.
But you should give each other a chance. Go, yeah. So, Abdullah, what you were saying? How do you count it?
You start at Safa. Then you go to the first mountain. Then when you come back, that's your first one.
So, going one direction is you count it as one. When you come back, so let's say you start from Marwa to Safa, that's one. Safa to Marwa, that's two. Marwa back to Safa, that's three. So it's not like you have to make the whole circle to make one. No. From one hill to the other, you count it as one. And then from that hill again, from the same hill back to the other hill, that's two. So it's easier than if you make the whole circle, it would be like double the work. No, it's just subhanAllah.
Doing the.
You guys understand what I mean?
Now.
Naam, alhamdulillah. Okay, so we made sa'i, right? We talked about all of this yesterday. We don't have to go in details again today. We made sa'i, and what do I do now?
I know.
Yes.
The Muslims travel to. Oh no, the halq.
The halq, the shaving of the head or the trimming of the head, because I still need some hair because I'm going to make hajj. So I need some hair. When I make hajj, I could shave more. So I could trim my hair now and I could shave it later maybe. Right? Okay, I trim my hair. I did it. I took a machine, I trim my hair. Now, can I take off the ihram clothes and wear regular clothes?
Yes.
Yes,
Now.
because I did intention of tamattu. I take a break now. It's only, let's say we just did Umrah, right? The 8th of Dhul Hijjah is still on, and I want you guys to see this when it comes on the TV, so you guys could learn from the actual scenes. The 8th of Dhul Hijjah is still on Friday. That's after tomorrow. For example, I just finished my Umrah. What should I do on these 2 days? Do I have a break?
In these 2 days, you should.
So let's say we're still on Wednesday, and there's still Thursday, and the 8th of Dhul Hijjah.
You go back to the state of Ihram.
Exactly. So a lot of the Ihram, the sacred situations on me come less. I could wear my regular clothes again, cover my head. I could go back living, regular until the 8th of Dhul Hijjah. Well, not all, of course. This is just you released in these couple days before the 8th of Dhul Hijjah, you released part of the Ihram. So I could, for example, wear my regular clothes, let's say, right? So I wear my regular clothes. I am, taking a break until the 8th of Dhul Hijjah. Now, let's say it's Friday, and I want you guys to see this when it comes on TV, right? When people start on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah, where do they go?
They go to Mina.
They go to Mina. This whole time, don't forget Abdullah and all of you. Don't forget this whole time. What are you saying?
Labbaik Allah.
Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. You make your intention again for Hajj this time, specifically, and you're going to Mina, making the talbiyah. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. You reach Mina the 8th day. Where should you sleep? Where should you spend that night? You camp out in Mina. Yes, you stay that night in Mina. Now, the next day is the 9th day of Dhul Hijjah.
So you go to Arafah.
You go to Arafah, you make dua, you make salawat, you make jami' between your dhuhr and your asr, you combine them. and you make them short and you combine them. How long do I stay in Arafah making dua to Allah? Ya Allah, make it easy for the Muslims.
Till Maghrib.
Ya Allah, take out all the bring Izzah back to the Muslims and make them strong again. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, make the Muslims one again. Ya Allah, I'm making all of this dua. I am in Mecca saying, Ya Rabb, ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. I am making all of this dua. Until when do I stay in Arafah?
After the Maghrib.
After the Maghrib, where do I go?
You go to Muzdalifah.
Yes, I go to Muzdalifah. What do I do in Muzdalifah?
You stay there for Eid.
I stay there until Fajr, right?
Yeah. Then
I stay there until Fajr, and if I like, it's not a condition, but I'm there and there's a lot of time left. I could collect the pebbles from there if I like, the pebbles that I need for the next days that are coming, so I could stone the Jamarat, right? But even if you pick it up in Mina, it's okay. If you pick up the Jamarat in Mina, it's okay. But since I'm there and I start to collect, I have a little bag and I start to put my little stones, small stones like the size of a pea or a little smaller than a marble. I start to put them in my bag. So I have a lot of stones ready for the next day. The next day at Fajr time, I go back where do I go back?
You go back to Mina.
To Mina, and this is the day of Al-Eid. This is the day when you kabbir in Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd. What do I do now? I'm back in Mina. I reached in Mina. I reached to Mina. What do I do in Mina?
You go to the place called the Jamarat. Then
so I go to the place of Jamarat, and the first day of the Eid, I only need to stone one place of Jamarat, the big one, Jamarat al-Aqabah, the big one. I throw my 7 pebbles. Why? What ritual are we following? What history are we following? When we
Shaitan, one Shaitan tried to tempt Ibrahim not to perform the sacrifice Allah wanted him to do by killing the sheep.
Jazakum Allah khair. Sahih. Correct. That was Abdurrahman's voice, right? I want to hear other voices. Oh, Abdullah. Come on, Abdurrahman, also join us too. I thought he was speaking to your mic.
I started it, then my brother took over.
Oh, that's why I heard 2 different voices. So the reason we do the Jamarat, because Ibrahim alayhi salam, long time ago, thousands of years ago, the shaitan tried to stop him from following the order of Allah. So he stoned the shaitan, get away. And we do that today in that remembrance, in a worship of Allah, remembering what Ibrahim did. I throw my 7 stones of the Jamarat, and what do I do now?
You go do your sacrifice.
Yes, I could go to my sacrifice, shave my head, and tawaf al-ifada. Guys, it is okay if it's not in order. The companions, there were so much things like, you're telling a student, do this, do this, do this. You're like, okay, Ustaz, does it have to be in order? Rasulullah said it's okay. La haraj, it's okay. Even if it's not in order, it's okay. So if you do the Jamarat and then the sacrifice, or you do, for example, the sacrifice and then there is tawaf al-ifada, it's okay as long as you do those 4 things. Ramil Jamarat, the sacrifice of your animal, you shave your head, and tawaf al-ifada. You have to go back to Mecca and make tawaf al-ifada by the Kaaba. Okay, so guys, let's put numbers here. Okay, here's 1, 4 things. There's 1. We have to do this on the day of the Eid. 1, 2, 3.
You have to do it every day of Eid, like all the.
No, just the first day. We're talking about the stuff you do on the first day. Those 4 stuff is just the first day. Then you make tawaf al-ifada, right, including the sa'i, and you come back to Mina. You have to spend the next 2 or 3 days, not including the 10th. The 10th, of course, is already you finish the 10th. Now you have to do 11 and 12, or 11, 12, 13. You have to go and camp out in Mina. Those days, guys, you are not an ihram anymore. Because you already did your Rami Jamarat and you already sacrificed your animal, or you paid one of the boots. Because in these days, you're not going to actually go and sacrifice by yourself. Maybe some people, but the most people, they just pay like these boots and they do it for them, you know. But you make your tawaf, sacrifice your animal, you shaved your head, you make tawaf al-ifada. You're not an ihram anymore. You could wear regular clothes. All of your ihram is released. Khalas. You're normal. You're not in the sacred state anymore. But you still have to stay those 2 or 3 more days after the Eid in Mina. Okay, there's only one thing we have to do in Mina in those days. What is that? There's only one thing really we have to do in Mina, other than stay. Not tawaf. Not tawaf.
Tawaf is in Makkah.
We have to stone the rest of the jamarat. The 3 jamarat on those 3 days. The 3 jamarat on those 3 days. That's it. You know, and you know the ulama talked about it has to be after zawal. Okay, so you have to wait after a certain time of the sun. After the sun, like the afternoon, then you could start to go. Sometimes they give a fatwa to do it earlier because of the traffic, the heavy traffic. Yes.
I have a question for the like the stone. Could you like pick a stone the size of a plum?
It's the size of a pebble, small stone. You know, it's important that it's a small stone because it's, first of all, as a sunnah. Second of all, you know, you reach close where you know you're going to throw it in, because people get hurt. There's some people, you know, a lot. You know, when you go there, Abdullah, you're going to see there's a lot of ignorance. People think they're actually hitting the shaitan, so they start to throw stones from very far away, and they throw big stones. And what happened? Who are they hitting?
People.
Not the shaitan. They're hitting the back of your head, right? And they're throwing bottles of water and pieces of wood, and they're screaming. This is not the sunnah. The sunnah, you go there, you stop. The small stones, of course, you're not going to find all the stones the same size. Yeah, any small of a pebble, small of a size of a marble, whatever you can find. Small stones, was very small, and you throw it. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. You do this for 3 days, right? Now, you guys. Now, don't forget, guys. You have to. You can't leave Mecca when you go back. You go back to Mecca. You're not gonna go Mecca and not say bye, right? And not have a farewell tawaf to all of your worship. You have to one last worship before you leave Mecca. You finish your Hajj. When you finish those 3 days, you go back to Mecca. You finish your Hajj. Except that you need to, out of respect, and this is a sunnah and this is a worship, you need one more tawaf. You guys know what that tawaf is?
Yes, you go around the Kaaba.
I know, but what that last tawaf, you guys know what it's called?
Yeah.
Yes, what is it?
Tawaf al-wada.
Al-wida'. The tawaf al-wida' is, the farewell tawaf. You go around 7 and then you go home. You go home, or some people go to Medina, there's, you worship Allah in Medina, you visit the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Abu Bakr, Umar, you visit the graveyard of Baqiyah. If you like, some people do it before, some people go Medina before. But before you leave Mecca, make sure you do the last and final tawaf. Guys, right before the break and before the questions, Yom al-Eid is Sunday, okay? The school is giving you guys off also Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so Monday and Tuesdays, there's no classes. Some of you guys asked about that yesterday. Let me just make sure. Give me a second. Let me just make sure that you guys have classes basically Wednesday and Thursday next week. The only days you have classes next week is Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
On the day of the Eid, guys, even though we know it's so hard for the Muslims, some Muslims are not going to actually spend Eid because they lost their families and everything that's going on. But the Eid is a time you make you wear your best clothes, you go to the masjid, you worship Allah, if you are able to sacrifice an animal, you sacrifice an animal. You visit your family. Have a nice, have a nice time for Eid, a blessed time, inshallah. And don't forget, until the 13th of Dhul Hijjah, keep doing the takbir. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, wa lillahi alhamd. Any questions, guys, before we go to our break?
No.
No.
Yes. Okay. The break started, guys. Start
Yay.
counting your break from now. Don't forget you are live on YouTube, so
Okay.
yeah.
Dala,
Yes.
you know what?
What?
In Eid, we're gonna go to a park and there's gonna be trampolines, ice cream, popcorn.
Oh my God, you just reminded me of like I live in Texas, and then my family, my grandpa, and the others live in Abu Dhabi. So I just went there for like 2 months and then came back. We used to go to the trampoline every time and eat ice cream every time. Now I'm sad. We don't get trampolines and no ice cream and no family. Sad.
No, so sad.
Mhm.
We can, here we enjoy, and in and in Riyadh we do enjoy, but we don't go to trampolines. We go to Malahi, but not like here. We can only go to trampolines, only 3 or 4 trampolines. That's it. Tyler,
Yes.
why do you always have your, you never answer the questions?
I what?
You don't answer the questions.
I do answer in questions. You're the one who doesn't.
What do you mean? I love answering questions because it's so easy.
You feel like this is kindergarten. Oh my God, I'm so sad. School's gonna end.
Me too. I'm
Every
not gonna beat you, Tyler.
every time when the school year ends, I don't care which school, even if it's Islamic or not, I go to my bed and start crying. That's the one thing I have to do.
Tyler.
What's so funny?
Why did you cry in your bed? What does that mean? Teacher got all wet. We can't hear you.
I was saying I was making wudu.
Oh, okay.
You guys, you're still on your break. You're still on your break. I just opened the camera. You're still on your break.
Teacher, you're in, it's Fajr time, right?
Yes, right now it's Fajr time by me. I would pray after the class, inshallah.
Teacher,
Yes.
I wish you and Dala and everybody come to the park here. It's so fun. We get to go on trampolines and then we got to go on rides.
Maybe one day you could invite Talaba, you.
Yeah, I wish that. It was so fun.
Inshallah.
I have a lot of friends here. Maybe I can make friends with Tala and then they can make friends with Tala. And when she don't leave, they're gonna miss her.
I'm gonna start to prepare for the Arabic class. Go ahead. You guys still have like 1 more minute. 1 more minute of break.
Tala,
Yes.
you want to come to me?
The what?
I said, do you want to come to where I live?
Huh?
Yeah. Did you hear me? Because I'm just saying that because I know that you want to come. Am I right? Hello, Dala.
Yes.
Didn't you hear me?
No.
I think break time is finished, guys, right?
Oh, what?
Assalamualaikum.
Yeah, the break time is finished. وعليكم السلام. يلا بسم الله سنبدأ الآن بالدرس اللغة العربية.
درس اللغة العربية.
هل
وأنا
أنتم مستعدون أيها الطلاب؟
نعم.
طيب. Okay, yesterday I summarized what we took, right, Abdullah? It was about you guys tell me what was it about? What was the main idea of our lesson, Arabic lesson? أضرار التدخين. What is that? أضرار التدخين. What is that?
I know.
Tell me, tell us,
The
please.
problems of the smoke.
The dangers, the harms of smoking. أضرار means the harms.
Teacher, it's so simple.
It's so clear, subhanAllah. I wish people would understand that. Now, let's see what we read. This one we read, right? And this one we read.
This one and this one and this one.
And we read this one. Okay, I think we stopped here. We stopped here.
No.
No, we read this one also. You're right. This was the one that Hania read.
So then we're gonna start from here. The new one.
Okay, you're right. Now we start from here.
Teacher,
Yes.
I want to tell you that the Arabic is like so easy.
Mashallah, I know. Okay, you're super Arabic. Type, guys. Everybody put down their hands. We have some reading to do. Okay.
Can you tell us what to raise our
Put up
hands?
your hands. I need the first four. We have 4 paragraphs left, I think. Let's see. Put up your hand. Where is Tala, Hania, Salina? Salina. Okay. So we have Haneen, Abdurrahman, Hania, Salina, and then Abdullah and Tala didn't raise their hand. Let's see how we will go if we need more. Okay, let's see this paragraph. We give it to Haneen. So the person, guys, the way we did this last time, no one is going to translate for you. You're going to summarize your own paragraph after you read it in Arabic. You have to tell me what it's talking about. So that's Haneen. And then Hania. I'll put the Arabic for Hania. So we could make the difference. Haneen, Hania. And then, okay, and then we'll give this one to Selina. From here, let's see. Until they're here. So that's 3. We have 2 more people could read. Okay, we only need 2 more people, right? Where's Abdurrahman and Abdullah? You guys, okay. So then we'll give this one to Abdurrahman and Abdullah. They'll help out each other. Call it double A, right? One person could read, one person could summarize, right? This is for Abdullah and Abdurrahman. And Selina, I mean, who else? Who did I miss, guys? Tala. Tala could have the last one. Okay, guys. The same way we did it the day before yesterday. تقرأ وتختصر. You read and you summarize. you read and you summarize. You don't have to, I don't want you to translate, because the other stuff that we translate are usually short, the hiwar, the conversations. This is big. Just read and باختصار مع الفكرة العامة. What is the main idea? In very short. موجز. Very short, please. Okay? You got me, guys?
Ustaz, can you go back down?
This is yours, Abdullah and Abdurrahman. Or you want me to say, I guess you guys, okay, you could, okay, that's a good idea, Abdullah. Practice until it's your turn, right? And try to pay attention at the same time.
I have it.
Okay, Haneen, you start. وفي كل هذا أو وفي
كل هذا وفي كل هذا على خطر التدخين على البشرية، فهل يدرك صغار الشباب بصفة خاصة ما ينتظرهم من أخطار وأضرار إذا مارسوا التدخين وأقدموا عليه.
ما شاء الله. Let's talk before you اختصر. You remember this? This is a حرف جر. The word after it comes always, most of the time, مجرور. So it would be وفي كل هذا. Because of the fee. Just a reminder for ourselves. Okay. Haneen, what's the main idea? وفي كل هذا دليل على خطر التدخين على البشرية.
خطر التدخين على البشرية.
Okay, let's say So الفكرة العامة إن كل التالي كل ما قرأنا بالأمس أو قبل الأمس, everything that we read yesterday and before yesterday, and everything that we're going to read is evidence of the danger of تدخين, the خطر of تدخين. Can we say that for your summary?
Yes.
Okay, خاص for whom, specifically whom?
خاص.
It's specifically it's dangerous for who?
الصغار الشباب.
صغار الشباب. وبالأسف فعلا اليوم التدخين أصبح خطرا على صغار الشباب, because all of these young boys are trying this smoking and then they get attached to it and it becomes dangerous to the young boys. Jazakallah khair, Haneen. I think that's enough for Haneen. She did a great job, mashallah. Hania.
Yes.
توكل على الله. توكلي على الله. You could start to read.
نتيجة لكل ما سبق فإن الدخان
There's a meme here. You can't see it unless I make this bigger. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Look here good. There's a little meme right here. You see it? فإن
المدخن
فإن المدخن
يقتل نفسه بنفسه كما ثبت أن ضرر التدخين
يتعدى
المدخنين أنفسهم إلى بقية أفراد مجتمع من المجاورين المدخنين
فالتدخين
فالتدخين ضرر متعد لا
لأن
لأن الدخان المتصاعد من أفواه
المدخنين
المدخنين يستنشقه من حولهم من حولهم دون
اختيار منهم أها
والحرية
الشخصية
هنا
تتعارض مع حقوق المجتمع. Start here. MashaAllah, you had the longest one. وكم من
حريق بسبب
المدخنين.
وكانت أضراره جسيمة.
So you had a long one, mashallah. So the first thing they started with talking about النتيجة كل ما سبق, everything that we read before, right? Everything that we read before teaches us what? هانية عن الدخان. نتيجة كل ما سبق.
If you smoke, you could die.
If you smoke, you could die. You harm others. They mentioned that you harm others, right? It's because they said you harm yourself, you harm others, because they're talking about like secondhand smoking, because they said here لأن الدخان المتصاعد من أفواه المدخنين, يعني the smoke that comes out of the mouth of the مدخنين, other people smell it. يستنشقه من حوله. Other people who's around him, they smell this smoke and they also get harmed.
It's not good for him and for the others.
And in the end, they said that it also could start fires also. Okay, that's a good summary for yours, Hania. MashaAllah. Who is next? Who is next?
No.
Who?
I think it's me.
Salina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Salina, you start right here.
Okay. ينفق المدخنون أموالا كثيرة على السجائر ولا يأخذون مقابل ذلك إلا ضررا وخسارة وقد وجد أن ما ينفقوه
60. This is 60 basically.
مليون
مليون.
مليون مليون مدخنين
في أمريكا. That's just in one country, أمريكا.
مدخنين في أمريكا يكلف
أربعة.
يكلف 4 مليارات دولار
دولارين
دولار في
في
العام
العام. Okay, I think, okay. You got, last time I think you had a long one. This time actually you got a short one. But your own is so important. It's short, but so important. Because your own, Selena, is talking about something that they didn't talk about yet. And that is the khasara al-maliyah. A different type of harm from cigarette smoking. Your conversation spoke about something that none of the other paragraphs spoke about yet. Another kind of harm. And it is what? The harm of the wasting money. Right? Wasting even in good stuff is not good. Al-israf هو كبيح. It is something bad. Wasting in general. So imagine wasting on something that is bad. Wasting on something that is hurting you. Imagine that. So your paragraphs were speaking about that. Anything you noticed about your paragraph? I know I helped you summarize it because of the time. Anything you noticed else about your paragraph? Selena? Okay. The numbers, of course, that they mention, like, so much millions of people smoke and, billions of dollars are spent on cigarette smoking every year.
A lot of people smoke here.
Unfortunately.
Even our upstairs neighbor.
Wow, it's Quran time and we have 2 more. Okay, we're going to try to read this fast, Abdullah and Abdurrahman.
We're not the fastest readers, but okay.
No problem. I'll help you guys out and I'll help you guys out the same way we did with Selena. I know I was supposed to let Selena summarize her by herself, but because of the time, no problem. وتزداد يلا عبد الله.
وتزداد مصبحين
وتزداد المصيبة عندما
وتزداد مثبتا عندما يكون
المدخنون. This word came up a lot, right? This word came up a lot.
Cigarette.
المدخنون, guys, it's the smokers. الدخان, just keep this as a note, just in case I bring it on tomorrow's games. Al-dukhan, right, is cigarettes. And they also call it sigair. Or smoking is dukhan and sigair is cigarettes. And mudakhinun are the smokers. And mudakhinun are the smokers. Continue, please.
من is
من الأسرة. We took this word before. We took this word before, which is family.
من أسرة فقراء, from the poor family.
Correct. التي تستهلك السجائر
أكثر
دخلها. Let's so Abdullah, let's summarize this sentence because this sentence is so important. They're saying تزداد المصيبة. Musiba is like something.
I know what it means.
Tell us.
The smokers usually come from the families that have a poor background.
They're telling you.
And they keep wasting their money.
Yes, you're right. They're telling you, Abdullah, you're right about the poor families. They're telling you that it's even worse when it comes from a poor family that use up the little money that they have. تستهلك السجائر أكثر دخلها. That most of the money that family gets end up going on cigarettes. The family get a little money in the end per year. Most of that money end up going on the father and some of the brothers going to buy a pack of cigarettes that's worth $8 or $9 or sometimes more or less, and per day, and add it up for the whole year. Every day they buy a pack of cigarettes. In the end of the year, you see that they're spending thousands of dollars, that the family is so poor that they need that money to survive. That's what they're talking about. And let's call that sentence your main, because of the time, let's call that sentence your main idea. Right? One more person read, Tala, the last sentence. لكل هذه الأسباب وغيرها. Where's Tala?
Here.
لكل هذه الأسباب وغيرها.
Wait, where is that?
You're here. Here.
Okay. لكل هذه الأسباب وغيرها جاء
الإسلام.
جاء
دين الإسلام إسلامي.
جاء الدين الإسلامي
Don't forget, remember we spoke before about the لام القمرية. So we take the bas straight to the shadda. بالنهي.
عين.
جاء دين الإسلامي بالنهي عن التدخين وتحريمه. God, read it. جاء, start from here. جاء
دين الإسلام بالنهي لتدبينه
وتحريمه.
What
did you understand from that sentence?
The Deen Islam came to correct the
النهي. What the word is? The word نهي. نهي وتحريم. What is those two words saying? نهي is to? Who knows? نهي and تحريم. What is it doing? What is those two words doing? What are those two words doing? They're forbidding something, right? Nahi. Tahreem. Basically talking about something that's haram. So Islam came and prohibit stuff like cigarette smoking because it's from the khaba'ith, and Allah made khaba'ith haram. Bad stuff. Cigarettes are from the bad stuff, from the evil things, and Allah made it haram. You see, that's what you read. جاء الدين الإسلامي. Look, جاء means like the Deen of Islam came with, it came in order to, بالنهي, it came with the forbidding, it came to forbid cigarette smoking and make it haram. Haram because of all the stuff that you read about it, of its great harm and evil.
Wait, it was a thing back then?
Sorry?
Was a thing back then?
Was it a thing in the days of Rasulullah, you're asking?
Yeah.
No, cigarette smoking wasn't available then, but Islam gave, I think cigarette smoking or smoking, they learned from the Indians, and even when they learned it from the Indians, they weren't smoking as bad as cigarettes are today, right? Because cigarettes have so much chemicals and so much things that would kill you. Without a doubt, of course, even they write today on the box of cigarettes, this kills you. But of course, Islam came with principles that teach us how to deal with new things, right? Like, for example, anything that is khabith, evil, harm, is haram. Like when the Prophet ﷺ says, La darar wa la darar, don't harm yourself, don't harm others. Of course, cigarettes is a harm, right? And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He mentions subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَيُحَرِّمُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْخَبَائِثِ. Of course, cigarettes is from the khaba'ith, is from the evil things. So, Allahu Alam, this is something that many of the great scholars of our times and the times before, from since cigarette smoking started up to our days, in the early days, some of the scholars say it's makruh, and then when they really find out what harm this really causes, they mentioned clearly that this is something that is haram because of its great harm.
And it's also committing suicide. It's personal suicide.
Yes, that's a good point, Abdullah. MashaAllah. That's a very good point. Okay, guys, we have some Quran readers today and some tomorrow. Abdullah and Abdurrahman, can I push you guys for tomorrow because of the time?
Okay.
Okay, so I push you guys for tomorrow, memorization. Selena is already tomorrow. Haneen and Hania always like to memorize on Wednesday so they could have their Thursday Quran time free. Of course, they're going to be there for the games. Tomorrow, we have our games about Hajj. Okay, so I will let Haneen, Hania, and Tala read today. Okay?
Sure. I'm just asking next week, how are we going to do Quran?
Next week, because you only have 2 days a week, right? Oh, I'll set up something special for you guys for next week.
Okay.
Maybe give you guys like projects or something that we do something nice after Eid. Let me think about something nice we can do for Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so only reading Quran today, memorization is Haneen, Hania, and Tala. I would start with Haneen. Haneen, ya Haneen.
نعم.
You ready?
نعم.
Give me 1 second. Let me just. Okay. You have Surah Al-Hujurat.
Yes.
7 and 8. You could start.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Starting. Starting.
You have 7 and 8. That's it, right?
Yes. What is starting?
وَاعْلَمُوا.
واعلموا أن فيكم رسول الله لو يطيع في كثير من الأمر لعنتم ولكن الله حبب إليكم الإيمان وزينه في قلوبكم وكره إليكم الكفر والفسوق والعصيان أولئك هم الراشدون فضلا من الله ونعمة والله عليم حكيم.
MashaAllah alayki. You did an excellent job. I see you for the games tomorrow. Yes, inshallah.
The screen is green.
My screen is green?
Yes.
Wow. Why is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. You're reading by memory anyway today, right?
Yes.
Yalla. Yeah. Yalla.
From
Hania.
where?
وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ.
واعلموا أن فيكم رسول الله لو يطيعكم في كثير من الأمر لعنتم ولكن الله حبب إليكم الإيمان وزينه في قلوبكم وكره إليكم الكفر والفسوق والعصيان أولئك هم الراشدون فضلا من الله ونعمة والله عليم حكيم.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. You did an awesome job. See you for the games tomorrow. And of course, you would have a break when it comes to Quran time. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Tala, also, you want to read today, right? Your memorization. Tala, ya Tala. Okay, Tala.
Sure. Yeah.
We agreed yesterday that you're going to read from Surah Al-Mudaththir 18 to 29. You have a lot to read. Did you memorize it?
Yes.
You ready? Yalla.
Yes.
إنه فكر.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنه فكر وقدر فقتل كيف قدر ثم قتل كيف قدر ثم نظر ثم عبس وبصر ثم أدبر واستكبر فقال إن هذا إلا سحر يؤثر إن هذا إلا قول البشر سأصليه سقر وما أدراك ما سقر لا تدني ولا تذر رواحة للبشر عليها 19.
ما شاء الله. Allahu Akbar. You did until 30. I'll make a note of that. You did awesome. Great. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
مع السلامة.
سلامة.